Hey you guys, what is up and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Alicia and this is the Alicia Dion channel. Here we talk about everything gut health, bloating, IBS, IBD and so much more. While you're here, why not hit that like button, hit that subscribe button and why not drop a comment in the comment section below. Today we are talking about the reason you should eat the same time every day for gut health and what your doctor won't talk about. When I was researching for this video, I was extremely frustrated but not necessarily surprised, because when you Google should you eat at the same time every day, the first result that comes up on Google is not whether it's healthy or good for your gut health or any of those important things, but rather that you shouldn't be doing it because it might cause you to eat when you're not hungry, which will make it harder for you to stick. I am so sorry, my camera has died and I left my charger at my friend's house. We're back on my phone. But rather it was talking about the fact that eating at the same time every day may cause you to eat when you're not hungry, making it harder to stick to your diet. Not everything is about weight loss, WebMD. Unfortunately, so much of the internet when looking at this topic in particular talks more about whether you should eat the same thing every day, again for weight loss. And you definitely shouldn't be doing that, because eating the same thing every day is going to make sure that you're only feeding one specific type of gut bacteria and gut microbiome, which will make for a really undiverse gut and will ultimately lead to weight gain. But that's not what this video is really about. Reason number one for why you should eat at the same time every day for gut health is maintaining your body clock. Let's talk about your body clock. On a whole, men function on a 24-hour cycle. Every day is basically the same. In terms of hormone fluctuation, there are some differences, but that's their main cycle. Women, on the other hand, we function on a 28-day cycle, and it's no surprise that all of the jobs that you ever apply for are on a 24-hour schedule instead of a 28-day one, because women were never at the forefront of people's minds when they were designing such a society. Why is this important? Well, your body clock supports circadian rhythm, and circadian rhythm is the 24-hour cycle that we go through every single day. Now, with circadian rhythm, when it's lined up properly and working well, it means that we fall asleep easy, it means that we rest well, it means that we wake up easily in the morning. It allows us to have stable blood sugar, and it makes sure that we have energy for the day ahead. Also, there's a lot of information that's been found by studying people who work night shifts, and it's shown that people who work night shifts and therefore unbalanced circadian rhythms suffer more with cardiovascular events, obesity, and diabetes. If you want to understand more about why sleep is so crucial and why getting to bed at the same time every night and things like that is so important for gut health, I would definitely go check out this video. I will also drop it in the description bar below. But that video is called Does Sleep Affect Gut Health? Why am I really bloated when I don't sleep well? And that is a really good video to find out kind of the importance of sleep. And you know what? After making it, a few decisions that I made mean that I'm falling asleep faster in the evenings. So I think that that's a really important thing to understand before going forward. But basically, it's really important that you get a good amount of sleep so that you can function well, have energy, and take on the tasks that you deal with every single day. By eating at the same time every day, you can improve your circadian rhythm and improve your sleep. This in turn will reduce bloating, and it will also reduce cortisol production. And I'm sure you guys have heard me blabber on about my why stress is your worst enemy with IBS video. Again, I will put it up there for you and drop it in the comment section below. But stress is really bad for digestion. It can halt digestion altogether. And by eating at the same time every day, you can regulate your circadian rhythm, which will allow you to sleep better, have less cortisol, which is the stress hormone, have more melatonin, which is the sleep hormone to help you get to sleep, and it'll also help with ghrelin and leptin, which are the two hormones that tell you when you're hungry and when you're not, when you're full. So in order to have proper amounts of all of those hormones, you need a good circadian rhythm, and eating at the same time every day is a great way to achieve that. The second reason you should eat at the same time every day for gut health is that it improves metabolic activity. Some research suggests that when we don't eat food, even though we need to, even though we're hungry, our metabolic rate slows a little. Now, people talk about starvation mode all the time, and I do not believe or buy into the fact for 1 second that missing a meal right now puts us in starvation mode. We used to go for days on end when we were cavemen and not eat, and then we would feast at the end of it. So I don't believe that you can put yourself in starvation mode by missing a couple of meals. However, I do believe that your body would go into a kind of reserve state. It doesn't know when the next meal is coming because you're not in a routine, and it can't, if you don't know when you're next going to eat, of course your body doesn't know when it's next going to eat. So what it's going to do is it's going to slow metabolic rate, and it's going to reserve that food stores and those fat stores for when it really needs it, just in case you're not going to eat for another 7 days. And to be honest, this idea probably comes from the fact that your body doesn't trust you. Your body doesn't trust that you're definitely going to have dinner at 6 o'clock. It doesn't trust that you're definitely going to have breakfast at 10 o'clock. And because it doesn't trust you, and because it doesn't know what's going on or which way's up, it's just rolling with the punches and doing whatever it can to support you through whatever decisions you're making every single day. So imagine what would happen if if you decided, right, I'm eating breakfast between 9 and 10 every day, I'm eating lunch between 1 and 2 every day, and I'm eating dinner between 6 and 7. Once you start doing that, your body's going to start to realize what's going on. It's going to prepare. It's not going to slow your metabolic rate because it knows more food is coming, which in turn will hopefully mean that your metabolic rate either raises or stays level throughout the day, which will also help with things like energy levels. And if you are watching this in terms of weight loss, a slower metabolic rate obviously means that you're going to be burning less calories. But if you eat at the same time every day, you're preparing your body will trust you and it knows what's coming its way and when. Also, when you're eating really sporadically and not at the same time every day, your body doesn't know when to prepare for food. It really has moments to do it, as in when you put the food on your fork and start moving it towards your mouth, that's when your body's like, oh crap, we have food incoming, we need digestive enzymes, we need saliva, we need acid production, we need peristalsis. There's so much. All of a sudden your body's like, go, go, go. And it's going to be so overwhelmed. And what's that going to do? It's going to raise your cortisol levels. And if your cortisol levels increase, then you're going to be more stressed, which could lead to fight or flight, which is then going to make peristalsis stop, which is going to slow digestion and make IBS, IBD, bloating, stomach pains so much worse. So that is why it's a really, really important and key idea to make sure that you're eating at the same time every day so your body can prepare and not be caught off guard and not be stressed by you sitting down and having a bowl of your favorite pasta. The third reason usually at the same time every day for gut health is that it keeps you active. Eating at the same time every day helps your body to regulate your blood insulin levels, and basically when we have these massive peaks in blood sugar, you're going to have loads of energy, and we all know what it's like to have a sugar crash. I especially do. When I'm eating cake on my shift, it makes me really, really active, hyperactive, sometimes not necessarily productive, but I do have a lot of energy. And then it's followed by a massive crash where I need more sugar in order to keep going, which means that I'm eating very little, very often, and not very healthy foods. So if you're eating at the same time every day, that can steady your blood sugar. Yes, it's going to rise with a meal and fall again, but it won't fall too much and it won't rise too high because your body, like I said in reason number 2, is going to be prepared. So it's going to release the right amount of insulin, which means that the insulin can combat the sugar, and therefore you're going to have a nice steady energy level. Now, this is going to help you stay active because it's going to be reflected in the amount of energy you have. IBS, IBD and bloating can all make you feel very sluggish because of the way that digestion takes place in those conditions. And on top of that, if you have these massive peaks and falls in blood sugar and blood insulin, it's not going to help your case. You're going to feel more lethargic. You're not going to want to get up from your desk. You're not going to want to go anywhere, do anything or move. And you're definitely not going to want to do a workout routine when you get home from work. I have said this sentence a million times before, and I'll say it again because it is literally one of my favorite sentences. When you move, your gut moves. So if you think about your gut health, if you're eating at the same time every day and have more energy, that's going to increase the amount you move, which is going to improve the amount you exercise, which is going to make your gut move more, which is going to mean less constipation, less fermentation, less bloating, less blah, 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 blah. You know the drill. It's just going to be so much better because you have more energy. Also, who doesn't want more energy, even if you don't go exercise with it? I personally would love some more energy. And the fact that you can do it by eating at the same time every day really isn't that big of a deal. So try and incorporate this into your life to improve your gut health and reduce your IBS symptoms. Also, if you do exercise, what's that going to do? It's going to increase serotonin. 90% of serotonin is found in the gut. So if you're eating at the same time every day, you're going to make that a very happy environment. On top of that, you're going to be exercising. Your serotonin's going to go up. Depression will be less likely. Anxiety will be better controlled, and you will probably just be a more overall happy human being. The fourth reason to eat at the same time every single day in order to improve your gut health is that it prevents unhealthy snacking. I kind of just touched upon this in reason number 3, and that is that when your blood sugar is going to dip, it's going to make you crave more sugar. You're going to eat more sugar because you want more energy, and then it's going to crash and you're going to feel really rubbish, so you're going to go back and get more sugar and more crisps and more easily burnable calories. This also relates back to the circadian rhythm, which is kind of the whole point that this works. It's the whole mechanism behind why this has so many benefits. Because if you're eating at the same time every day and you have better blood insulin levels and blood sugar levels, and then you don't go for a sweet snack late at night, peaking your insulin and peaking your blood sugar just before bed, you're going to sleep better, which is going to improve your circadian rhythm, reduce cortisol, and improve digestion. So there's this massive domino effect that's going on here that is just so good. I don't understand why you wouldn't do it. I spent years and years and years just eating when I was hungry, or eating when I wasn't hungry, eating when I was bored. Oh my God, I eat when I'm bored. And just it's the benefit. You're working hand in hand with your body. Like, it's just gonna be better at dealing with everything because it knows what's coming. Think about you. If you know your work week, you can prepare for those meetings. If every day you rock up and you only get 3 hours of what's gonna happen that day, you're not gonna be prepared for them. You're not gonna have what you need. You might have some spreadsheets at home. You might have a member of staff that's on holiday who you really needed to be in for this meeting. Your body works the same way. If we can tell it when what it needs is coming, it's going to be ready for it, and it's going to love you, and it's going to reward you with energy, better sleep, less bloating, less IBS, and a healthier gut. Finally, I just want to round off and say, I understand that this isn't possible for everybody. You don't know when you're going to get your break. That could be 4 o'clock in the afternoon, or it could be 11 o'clock in the morning, and that's not easy. I do understand that, but sometimes deviating from the plan wouldn't ruin all of the benefits. Why not pick 3 times that really work for you? And also be careful when you're picking your dinner time and your breakfast time for one specific reason. What if after a really hard week of work, you decide that you're gonna lie in on Saturday morning, but you've eaten breakfast at 7 a.m. every day for the past 5 days and you want to eat at the same time every day? Maybe push it a little bit so that you don't wake up hungry, because I guarantee also what's gonna happen is you're gonna start to feel hunger just before the time that you're training your body for food. But I also think you'll probably feel fuller faster, and that, if you're watching for that reason, will probably stop any weight gain. And also, just to really strongly underline, don't eat the same thing every day. I talk about gut microbiome. I have a whole playlist on it, I think. If I do, I will link it up there for you and pop it in the comment section below. If you don't have a diverse diet, the gut bacteria that deals with stuff you don't eat very often or never eat isn't gonna be there, and they're gonna become your trigger foods. If you don't eat a tomato for 4 months and then you eat one, the bacteria that breaks down that tomato in your stomach isn't gonna be there. It's gonna irritate your stomach, irritate your small intestines, your large intestines, trigger really poor gut health symptoms like bloating, IBS, IBD, yada 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 yada, and you're gonna end up in massive discomfort over a healthy food. So please make sure that you're incorporating a variety of fruit and veg every single month in your meal plans, a variety of meats if you're not vegetarian or vegan, a variety of all these different types of food so that you can definitely harbour and help those bacteria to grow and flourish and have a healthy gut with no IBS symptoms and a beautiful life. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with me on this video. I really hope that it helped. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure to jump on down to that subscribe button. If you have anything you want to add or anything that you think I've missed out of this video, just drop it in the comment section below. It's all about learning from each other, and it's all about, just supporting each other through these symptoms and through this digestive problem. Also, if there's any videos you want to see coming your way, also drop them in the comment section below and I will see what I can do to facilitate that. I've had so much fun making this video. I really hope that it answered any questions that you might have, and I'll see you next week. Bye!